Former acting National Police Commissioner Kgomotso Phahlane has rejected claims that he was pushed out of the South African Police Service due to corruption, telling Parliament that his removal was unlawful and devoid of due process. Appearing before Parliament's ad hoc committee probing corruption in the criminal justice system on Wednesday, Phahlane said the public perception that he was forced from office over graft allegations was misleading and rooted in political expediency rather than evidence. Phahlane recounted a teased 2017 encounter with then Police Minister Fikile Mbalula, which he says resulted in his abrupt exit from SAPS leadership. According to Phahlane, he received a sudden instruction to fly to Cape Town for a meeting without being told why. After waiting for more than 3 hours, he was ushered into an engagement that lasted less than 5 minutes and said no charges were presented. There was no letter, no rationale. The minister simply asked whether it wouldn't be better for me to step aside because of negative media reports. Phahlane said he agreed in principle but immediately raised concerns over legality and said only the President of the Republic has the power to remove or suspend a National Police Commissioner, not the minister, calling the instruction illegal and unconstitutional. He claims he was given no clarity on terms of stepping aside, no guidance on handling over responsibilities, and no formal documentation, only a verbal instruction to go home. At the time, Phahlane was embroiled in scrutiny linked to a controversial blue lights tender and procurement irregularities involving panoramic camera system. The former commissioner maintains he never authorized the equipment purchase and continues to deny wrongdoing. He subsequently challenged the move in the Labour Appeal Court, arguing that the process violated the SAPS Act and basically labour protections. Phahlane said his treatment amounted to an informal precursor at the ANC's now formalized step-aside policy, implemented years before the ruling party publicly adopted the concept, and said, "I was a guinea pig. My removal exists nowhere in law." Phahlane's evidence comes on the heels of recent explosive claims by KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, who alleged on 6 July 2025 that elements of the police and judiciary have been infiltrated. With testimony intensifying, Parliament's inquiry is now exposing deep fractures within the country's law enforcement leadership and reigniting questions about political interference at the highest levels of policing.
You didn't firstly protest your innocence in relation to the allegations then in the media and in the public domain. You didn't take issue with that when it was raised with you by then Minister Mbalula. You also never took issue with the minister that, according to you, he was not competent to relieve you of your duties as the then acting National Commissioner. And also, you never took issue with the suspension. Is that right?
You are incorrect.
At the time, it's not apparent from your affidavit that you took issue. I'm not sure whether you raised it subsequently. I think you said in a complaint with the public protector.
Because I'm not looking for political intervention or political interference, I don't have to raise issues that are raised in the courts. And I'm not supposed, I don't have to repeat what is being raised with the public protector of South Africa as in ventilating those issues. And I don't see any of such in the documents that the bundle that you have given me here, because it is comprehensive. There was no reason for me to argue with the minister. There is no reason for me to protest. When we serve, I always hear ministers and deputy ministers say, we serve at the behest of the president. The National Commissioner is serving at the behest of the president, not of the minister.
Meanwhile, tensions flared in Parliament as the former acting National Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Khomotso Phatlane's appearance before the ad hoc committee. From the outset, Phatlane and Arendse clashed over the scope, pace and framing of his testimony, with the general insisting on extended time to do justice to his affidavit, while Arendse pressed him to confine his evidence to matters directly relevant to the committee's mandate and not already ventilated in courts and arbitration processes. Phatlane, the first witness to testify as the committee resumed hearings in the new year, requested at least 2 full days to present his evidence and proposed that sittings run until 9 o'clock. Arendse told the committee that he had been engaging Phatlane for weeks ahead of his appearance and understood that the former commissioner wanted to clear the air. However, engagement quickly became strained as Arendse attempted to summarize Phatlane's lengthy legal history and disciplinary battles, prompting firm resistance from the witness. Phatlane insisted that he was not appearing merely to respond to allegations made by previous witnesses, but to place broader concerns about the justice and security cluster on record. He said he had long sought an opportunity to testify, including before the Zondo Commission, but was ignored. He said, "I'm not a fly-by-night cop," stressing his decades-long career and rejecting any suggestion that his removal from the office and dismissal were straightforward disciplinary matters. Central to the friction was Phatlane's removal as acting National Commissioner. He told the committee he was appointed on 14 October 2015 by the then President Jacob Zuma and argued that the only president had the authority to remove him. He said he was asked to step aside on 1 June 2017 by Fikile Mbalula due to media coverage, but was never formally removed by a president. Arendse challenged him on why he did not contest his suspension at the time. Phatlane replied that he was not seeking political intervention, had no desire for conflict with the minister and trusted institutional processes, and said, "I'm not glued to any chair." The proceedings grew increasingly tense when Arendse turned to the disciplinary processes that followed. Phatlane described facing 11 concocted charges, which gradually fell away until only 3 remained. He said the original Regulation 8 disciplinary process stalled before he was asked to plead, only for SAPS to initiate an expeditious process under Regulation 9 in July 2020 without affording him an opportunity to respond to the earlier charges. Arendse referred to Labour Court findings by Judge Arendse van Niekerk, who ruled that SAPS was entitled to invoke Regulation 9. Phatlane dismissed the judgment as irrelevant to the merits of the case, prompting Arendse to acknowledge that it was a technical ruling but maintain its legal significance. The sharpest disagreement emerged around the controversial 360-degree camera tender. Arendse sought to rely on arbitration findings, while Phatlane refused to engage on documents disputes, insisting the committee rely on his affidavit instead. He said 24 million rand, later escalating to 31 million rand with interest, was paid in 2019 to a service provider that delivered no cameras at a time when he had been at home since June 2017. Committee Chairperson Soviet Lekganya intervened repeatedly, cautioning against assumptions and warning that the committee could not review matters currently on appeal before the Labour Appeal Court. He urged both sides to stick to issues within the committee's terms of reference, while allowing Phatlane to respond to statements he had placed before Parliament. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.